Hi everyone, this is Akshata again from Mumbai. I hope you'll have been watching our weaving workshop videos on journeys in design, and I hope you'll have been doing some creative weaving and enjoying the process. So last week we have seen how John was doing using a hula hoop to make a weaving meditation mat for himself, and I hope he's enjoying the process. So today I'm going to show you the circular weaving in a bit of detail, so you all can watch this video and follow it and add your own ideas with it. I have got some examples to show you here. As you can see, like a circular tapestry, which I just wanted to share with you. I have used a circular frame, like an embroidery ring basically, small, to weave this circle here, and I've started from the center of that circle and then gone and woven it, and then I've sewn it on the bigger tapestry on a square, so just continued it on a bigger surface. So that is one, and wanted to show you like how baskets are woven. They don't really need a structure or a frame to be woven. They are just you can see the grass is just dried grass is just taken and stuck. They have placed them in these lines, leaving particular distance, and then they have started with a plain weave from the center. So those are just some ideas, and you can experiment with other kind of techniques as well. So I'll show you a little bit of weaving on a circle now. I have just got together some wire and wrapped it with thread. You can use anything as we have discussed before. You could also wrap the entire structure if you like, to make it look nicer. So I'm going to use this jute cotton thread for the warp, and I'm going to use some red ribbon so that you can see what I'm doing clearly. So warping is the process where on a straight frame, on a frame loom, usually those are the vertical threads which forms your as I said, like a spine for your weaving. And here we are going to make it look like a wheel basically. So the spokes of your wheel are going to be your warp. So I've just tied a knot, like secured it with a knot, double knot, and come across the end, forming a diameter, like dividing the circle into half. And I'm going to take this, turn it around once, and then depending on how dense you want your weave to be, you can leave your gap as you like. So I'm going to leave a bit, maybe like 2 fingers, so about 2 inches distance between each, and then I'm going to turn it around there again. So you can see I've done this twice, gone around this once, and then twisted it and gone around this again so it doesn't move, and then coming to the end again. Now I have to make sure that the point where all my threads meet should be approximately in the center. So that is one, and then again twisted it across here. Now leaving this approximately the same distance again and twisting it around here. So coming to the third one now. I'm going to do it a bit quickly now, but I hope you all have been following it. So twisting it 2 times. Once you reach the end, go around it once, then leaving the gap you want, go around it another time, so it's secure, and then coming back again. So as you can see, I'm trying to keep the central point same for all the intersections of the threads. Same again, twisting it 2 times, going below and again twist, going around it again. So now when I want to end the warp thread, there's an important thing to note that when you're weaving on a circular frame, it is important to have your warp threads in an odd figure, so that you can weave the plain weave without repeating the same kind of weave in the next line. I'll show you how that works. So I want to end this now, and to make it odd number, I'm not going to come across the frame this time. I'm going to take it around all the threads that are meeting in the center. So halfway, I'm going to end it halfway on the frame, and I'm going to tie a knot in the center, holding all the threads together in this way. So if you can see, that's how I've ended the last warp thread. I've not gone across the whole frame. I have ended it in between, and I'm going to just secure this knot in the center properly. Okay, and then cut. So that is your warp ready. Now it's time for the weft, and we are going to start the weaving from center. So as you can see here, in the center it's going to be a bit of denser weave, and as you come across the end, it's going to be more loose. So if you want the same density, or your weaving to be more dense, you can leave even lesser gaps than I've left on this frame. So it could be half of this or lesser. Now I'm going to start by putting the weft as my red ribbon. I'm going to choose one warp thread and just tie a knot. To begin, and from the other end, like we do on the square frame, just going to go above one and below one. So going in and out, to form a plain weave. And then I'm going to pull this, right, same way again. Now, so I was saying it needs to be an odd number. The number of your warp threads need to be an odd figure, because you can see if like when I'm repeating it, when I'm doing the second line, if it's an even number, it's just going to, like for example 8, so you go above 4 threads and below 4 threads, but when you come back, it's going to begin from the same thread that you left, which was below. So to avoid that, we are using an odd number of warp thread. So when I'm finishing one line, it allows me to take the next thread in the opposite way. So just continuing to do one up and one down. So plain weave is the most structural, like the most dense weave that you can get, but you can always experiment. I like to do plain weaves in the tapestry because when I don't want the warp to be shown so much, so all of this is done on a plain weave, and the weft is, so tapestry is mostly weft faced, so you see the weft more and you hardly see the warp. But if you want to experiment with your wild weaving and you want your warp to be shown much more, then you can also try going below 2 threads, like any number you want. I'm doing now 2 up and 2 down, so leaving 2, going up, so that way it's also quicker and you get a different kind of structure. You can try doing twill, satin. There are different types of weaves. I can show you in the next videos. So that's how it looks. I'm going to show you how you can add another weft to it. So I'm going to leave, it's simple, you just have to leave the warp that you're using. Like I'm going to leave this ribbon here. I'm using some fabric stripes here, just some old fabric from my mom's cupboard, and so the gap that you end with, you have to begin from the same gap and just continue weaving same way, 1 up 1 down or 2 up 2 down. And if you want to end that warp just here, you can just cut it out. And then I'm going to continue with the next thread here. And the end you started with, you can leave it on the back side for now, and once you finish your weaving, you can tie those 2 ends together, so there will always be 2 threads hanging behind, where you have one which you have left and one which you have begun the next weft with. So later on, you can finish it on the back by tying such knots, cut it and then cut it short. So that's how you can continue weaving this. So one idea is to use fabric strips, just old fabric that you're anyways going to throw away, or maybe it's not going to be of any use, you can cut stripes and create a beautiful rug that is circular. So as you can see, I have woven a bit more, and so all my loose threads are here, and I've knotted them together. And so once you have completed weaving, like, you can continue more. If you want to use the frame as like a hanging, you want it to be a part of your weaving, then you can just continue weaving till the edge. Or if you want to cut it out, then I would suggest that you leave a bit of space, like maybe 2 inches space, and so as to leave some space for knotting your yarn, the warp threads, so you can make like fringes. Or another way is you could cut them and then take it back and sew them on the edge. So that's all about circular weaving, guys. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video, and I'll be excited to see what you all come up with in the next couple of weeks, and I'll see you next month with another weaving technique. Thank you.